My fiance awakened as hero, then dumped me the second I got Goblin King. 10 years after the black eclipse cracked the sky and monster gates started vomiting hell across the world, everyone awakens a class at 18. Ava got hero and publicly dumped me in front of the whole academy like I was already dead. I got Goblin King. To everyone else it sounded like the universe had spat in my face. They had no clue I was about to become a goddamn kingdom. Sacramento was still standing, barely, when awakening day hit. My family had bled for these walls since the first waves. Everyone expected me to pull something legendary. Hero, Dragon Knight, Storm Vanguard. The kind of class that gets you parades and protection contracts. Ava sure expected it. 2 years she played the perfect fiancé, writing the name, the money, the future. Then she touched the crystal first. Gold light detonated. Class hero. The hall exploded in cheers. Instructors were grinning like she'd already saved the city. Ava looked like she'd been crowned queen on live TV. I stepped up next. Dark green light oozed out like something rotten. The words burned above my head. Class awakened, Goblin King. Dead silence. Then the laughs rolled in like a wave. Ava stared at me like I'd grown extra limbs. Goblin King, she said, loud enough for the whole room. In this world trash classes don't survive long. I can't tie myself to dead weight. She walked out surrounded by people slapping her on the back while I stood there with a title everyone thought meant sewer rat and cannon fodder. Even I almost believed it, until the passives unlocked. Goblin Mark, dominate any goblin type below my rank. Goblin Den, build and grow a hidden territory. Sacrifice, feed goblin lives, cores, and resources into the den to evolve everything. Hero was one shiny body. I was about to become a goddamn kingdom. 3 days later I slipped into a low-rank breach zone outside the ruined industrial district in South Sacramento. Nobody cleared goblin nests because they were weak, filthy, fast-breeding little freaks that swarmed like roaches. Perfect. First one came screaming with a rusted knife. I crushed its throat, dropped Goblin Mark, and watched its eyes flip green. Then another. Then 10 more. By the end of the week, I had a pack kneeling in the dark. I claimed an abandoned storm drain system under the old rail yard as my first Goblin Denver. It reeked of sewage and death. I loved it. Goblins dragged in scrap, weapons, monster meat, stolen mana stones, anything useful. The females bred like crazy. The males fought, and the strong survived. Every corpse went straight to the sacrifice altar I built from broken concrete and monster bone. The evolution was disgusting and beautiful. Small goblins turned into armored raiders. Raiders became hobgoblins. A few twisted into shamans. One ugly brute with half a jaw became my first champion, after I fed the altar 27 bodies and a mutant wolf core. Pretty soon the city started whispering. Low-rank breach zones were clearing faster than any guild team could manage. Whole goblin nests vanishing overnight. Guild runners showed up to empty battlefields with nothing left but bloodstains and drag marks. Rumors spread about ghost swarms cleaning the outer zones. Nobody connected it to the guy who got laughed out of Awakening Day. They were about to. Months later Ava was Sacramento's golden girl. Interviews, sponsored armor, cameras glued to her. I spotted her at a triple gate cleanup near the wall, standing pretty while civilians cheered from behind barricades. She saw me and forced that fake generous smile. Oh, you're still alive. Yeah, I said. Crazy how that works. Her team snickered. She crossed her arms. You should stay back. This is hero class work. The breach sirens screamed higher. Not one gate. 3. The street exploded open, and something massive crawled out of the black sludge. Ava charged first, flashing sword, shining armor, pure drama. Her team lasted 30 seconds before the second wave slammed in and started folding people. That's when I gave the order. The ground ripped open. Sewer grates, storm drains, subway vents. Every hole in the street vomited my goblins. Hundreds, then thousands. Screaming, stabbing, swarming. Hobgoblins smashed legs. Shamans hurled green fire. My champion ripped a bull-sized crawler in half like it was paper. The cameras caught every second. Ava stood frozen in the middle of the chaos, sword dripping, staring at the living plague boiling up from under her city. What did you become? I walked past her while my army dragged surviving monsters underground for meat, breeding stock, or fresh altar fuel. What you threw away. The fight ended ugly and fast. My den collapsed the gates with chain sacrifice blasts. By the time city reinforcements showed up, the street was cleared, and the only thing left standing was my horde. News tried to spin it. Unknown summoner. Illegal monster controller. Didn't matter. Everyone saw who actually saved their asses. Ava came looking for me later. First private, then polite, then soft and teary-eyed. Said she judged too fast, said nobody could have known, said maybe we could start over. I let her finish. Then I looked her dead in the eyes. You didn't leave because I was weak. You left because you thought I'd stay weak. Her face went pale. I smiled. Big mistake. I turned and walked back into the tunnels. My goblin army parted for me, like I was already something worse than human. The hero got the applause and the spotlight. I got the dark. And the city is finally starting to realize the thing that just saved them is the same thing quietly building an army right under their feet. The dark multiplies faster down here. Thanks for listening on Hidden Thread Teller. Please like, follow, and share. It really helps the channel grow.